Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Decide a different need. I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and I have a cast of thousands with me from all over the great United States of America. First, we start out with my co-host, the man who has forgotten more baseball than I will ever know, the River Man 7. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Let me go ahead, River Man 7. 7, what's up? Oh, I can't hear you.
Check. How about now? We good?
I got you.
It's fucking bored. What's up, big dog? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Man, baseball's going again. I'm fucking great. I don't have to listen to my wife talk for the next 6 months. Man, I was trying to get you to spit it out. I was trying.
Oh, my goodness. A lot going down this sports weekend. Just got done watching Caitlin Clark and Iowa defeat LSU. Oh, boy. LSU made a comeback, but they're LSU. They've had when they get down in games, they have a problem coming back, standing back up. And they tried in this one, came close, but Iowa held them off long enough to get the win.
Iowa winning one for the white girls. I'm going to say it before Dan does. I want to be funny this time.
One for the white girls. There you go. One for the white girls.
One for the white girls.
One for the white girls. Yes.
Hey, if Beyonce can put out a country album, some white girls can win a basketball tournament.
Exactly.
That's the way it works. That's equality. William, equality.
We are getting there. Hey, you see Caitlin, Ice Cube trying to sign your girl Caitlin to the Big Three.
She better sign that fucking deal.
No, that's right. Fuck the WNBA. I'm taking that.
Get that money in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm. I'll go to the Big Three, get my $5 million, then after that, go right to the WNBA. All right. Let's roll on out. Second person we're bringing up for the night. Bringing my man Ando in. Ando, what's going on, brother?
Oh, two things I want to talk about here with you, particularly you, Steven. First off, I represent Iowa. Let's go, Caitlin Clark. Final Four Hawkeyes. Let's go. And just stand up real quick. Show everybody what you're wearing. Seven. That's right. Who did the Red Sox just play this last weekend? Oh, that's right. They evened with the Mariners. So while you may not have to listen to your wife talk to you for 6 months, your boy here is going to say the Red Sox, even though they put 2 solid games against the Mariners, they only walked out 2-2. I take that as a win.
Wait. Hold your tongue with all 4 of your teeth.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Hold your tongue with all 4 of your teeth. The starting rotation for the Boston Red Sox had a 1.4 ERA against the fucking Mariners.
Yep.
The 2 games that you guys won,
Which was a
one of them
1-0 and a 4-3 win in extra innings.
One of them was in extra innings.
Yep.
You had to fucking scrape to beat the Red Sox.
Yep.
Over half of the sports media world talking baseball has picked to be last in the East.
Oh, I thought they hadn't picked to win the World Series. Never mind. Then I take back my statement. Look, hey, we got 2.
I don't even have the Red Sox picked to win the World Series. They're gonna be watching it like me on their couch in October.
Hey, we're the Mariners. We're used to sitting down and watching baseball or watching baseball on the couch in October. If anybody knows that, it's me, brother. But no, I just wanted to say it was really awesome. I didn't realize
it was
that
a
the
great
Mariners.
Series, though. Great series.
I didn't realize that the Mariners and the Red Sox opened baseball this season with each other playing, and I was really surprised before yesterday because I was out sick, so I was nowhere to be found, sleeping with a migraine from hell. But yeah, no. So to see the Mariners go up 2-1 in the series with the Red Sox, and then of course blow it with the 5-1 loss yesterday. Hey, the little victories. I thought we played really well against the Red Sox. We can build on that
for sure.
And we got the Guardians. I mean, granted, we're losing to the Guardians right now, but I'm very optimistic about the Mariners this year.
The Mariners. Right. Okay, go bring everybody else. So we'll talk about we get to baseball. Sorry.
All right, let me go ahead and bring in this next person. He is the ruler, the overseer of the X. Or if you want to call it Twitter, that's fine by me. Bring my man Ando. I gotta bring him in, Ando. I gotta bring him in.
Tweet.
I gotta bring my man in. I gotta bring Ambrose in. Ambrose, what's up, man?
Okay, a couple of things. I love going third. Okay. One, white women don't need to win anything. They swing their, honestly, and I'm being completely honest when I say this, every time there's like a civil uprising or some sort of social injustice, they swing their Gucci-covered foot over that line of oppression and assimilate with any minority group that is being oppressed at that time. So white women don't need to be shit. They don't need to win shit.
Hey, look, you know what?
It's like someone's being marginalized. White woman, get in the van, and they just show up, and it's like, who are you?
Oh shit!
Oppressed people don't drink at Starbucks every day.
I drink at Scooters every day.
And second thing is, I would rather listen to Ando than my wife because listening to Ando boosts my self-esteem. The third thing is, the Mariners fought the midget on the playground to a draw.
Oh, no, he didn't.
That is not. You picked a fight with the midget on the playground, and the midget boxed you in the nuts.
Ambrose, I was going to ask you're from Baltimore, right?
I'm from Baltimore by way of White Plains, New York. I
was going to say, if you're down there in Baltimore, how is it going down there with the bridge collapse and everything?
Everything's fine. They rerouted traffic. That's the thing about Maryland is it's a hub state. So there's a million. The initial day it happened, it was kind of like, honestly, people's routines were fucked, so you couldn't really get. But the good thing about it, I can't say the good thing. The minimally bad thing about it is the only people that seem to be affected. There's only 6 people. It's still sad. Those are guys with families. Mm-hmm. It's a shame. But at least the guy that was running the boat was able to throw a Mayday signal out, and they were able to close the bridge because that bridge has 30,000 people crossing it a day. It doesn't matter if it's 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. You're going to have a couple hundred cars on that bridge.
Right.
So at least the signal got sent out, and they were able to make the damage minimal. I mean, I just got to say, what the hell? How the hell would you feel if you were like the last car getting off that bridge and you just turned around and you were like,
where's the bridge? I mean, dude, it was so real happening. I mean, it's just
that video of the bridge falling was like, it blew me away. It's like it crumbled like you see the bridges crumble on those ads for those stupid fucking games.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it looked like. It crumbled at, and I
think they're designed. It's kind of like the Twin Towers. Like they're designed to crumble that way because if it's a busy day and you have boats underway, you don't want shards coming down and like beams shooting through boats and stuff. So you want it to drop the way it dropped, so that when you see the boat that hit it, the bridge kind of fell and broke on the boat.
It just it folded. Yeah. That's just nuts, man. That's
Crazy.
I mean, it kind of sucks because as much as I make fun of Baltimore because I really do hate the city, but the city just they can't catch a break, man. You know, like they just can't. It's a shame.
No, I mean, I get it, man. The city you're from is what you call home. So if anybody's allowed to talk shit about it, it's you. But I mean, I know there's a lot of people here in Iowa who are talking about it because there's a lot of bridges in Iowa that we see here, especially across the Mississippi and the Nebraska. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of talk about structures for bridges right now. So
well, what I don't understand, I was talking about this with my wife, and I was like, why don't they have? Why wasn't there a guy in the room like, hey, what if a boat hits it?
Well, I don't think in a situation
my wife
like
was
that,
like, well, the odds of that happening are nil. I was like, okay, but the odds of me randomly veering off the road, going through a grass patch, and going into the other side of traffic that's like 300 yards away are nil, but there's still a Jersey wall there.
Right.
Right. And I was reading an article where there was an interview with a guy that was a structural engineer whose primary emphasis was on bridges. And he said that the Francis Scott Key Bridge had
Mr. G, what's up?
What's up, Mr. G? And that they said that a lot of bridges today, there are fail safes under the water to keep a boat from hitting the support structures.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like how, like, I remember, I don't know if you guys remember 1993 was when Hurricane Andrew hit.
Yeah.
And then, like, Florida had no laws on how to structure your houses because they were like, we have been hit by a hurricane in like 100 years or something like that. And then Andrew hit, and then all of a sudden all these houses got leveled. So they had to go back and re-regulate how everything was built. After that happened.
Hey, bro, hold on 1 second. I need you to hold that thought. I got to bring somebody in. I got to bring Seven's favorite person. I got to.
My next door neighbor.
I got to. Next door neighbor.
Oh, we're not bringing in Big Dick yet?
Does he make you call him that?
No, I just, game recognizes game, yeah.
Let me bring my girls Zamora in.
Zamora, this is even better.
Oh, wait, what?
What's up?
What up?
Very nice to meet you. I was on the last time. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yes.
Well, then you didn't hear me talk. Kidding. April Fools. Kidding. April Fools.
Nah, you're a fool every day.
Of course.
Ando, the goddess will smite you. Do not piss her off.
With her lightning powers.
Anyway,
I'm just sitting here putting the yum in Valium.
What is going on right now? Anyways,
it feels like a normal Monday. That's what it feels like.
Zamora, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah,
because you were talking about it in our chat a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
That LSU, you felt LSU got cheated.
No. Let me correct myself.
Okay.
No, not correct myself. It was misinterpreted.
Okay.
From the looks of everything, they had a bad second and third quarter. They was gonna lose anyway. I said they cheated by having Angel foul out with that charge because it was just like, first of all, the charge wasn't really a charge. The girl came late, but then it's just like you knew they was gonna lose anyway. You just kept her in the game, but it seemed like, all right, we gotta make sure she's out anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Keep her out. So I'm just like, they was gonna lose anyway. Just keep her in the game.
I gotta say on that point because
score update real quick. Man on second, Soto up. Yankees are up 2-0 on Arizona.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, but what I was gonna say was about women's college basketball being from Iowa. I am rooting for Iowa to win it all, as long as it is not South Carolina. Fuck the Lady Gamecocks. I hope they don't win it all. That's.
I'm not mad at you for that.
No, there's something about that team that carries themselves. Like when UConn went on that dominant 3 or 4 year span.
Yeah.
I never felt like UConn carried themselves like, our stuff does not stink. We are the Lady Huskies. But
here's the thing that kills me about UConn, though, particularly the women.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at the top 50 women's college basketball teams of all time,
dude, like Almost half of them are UConn.
Like 11. UConn's got like 11 of them.
Dude, it's just it is between Pat Summitt in Tennessee and Gino and UConn. They wrecked the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
They dominated.
Coach, because I know she had a great record.
Dude, Pat Summitt. So if you guys don't watch it, I follow a YouTube channel called SB Nation. They just released a beef history between Gino and Pat Summitt. If you guys haven't seen it, you really need to watch it.
I've heard the stories where there was one anecdote where Gino said if he was walking down the street with no water and Pat Summitt pulled up and offered him a ride, he'd just keep walking.
Yeah. Let me bring in real quick. Let me bring in the owner of Walmart and Trailer Parks. He is the owner, the CEO.
It's a CFO.
Among other things.
It must have been a good week. He has sleeves on.
I do.
Oh,
surprised I haven't kept these things off yet.
Let me run, man. Dan, what's up, bro?
Hi, Will.
What's going on, man?
What up, bro?
Before we fluff Dan's balls,
Soto knocks a double, 3-0 Yankees.
Before we fluff what?
Yankees, Ambrose.
Before we bluff Big Dick's balls.
The Astros completed a no-no
Son of a
versus
bitch.
the Blue Jays. First no-no of 2024 is now in the books.
Oh, really?
Hey,
I don't care.
5 games in.
We just swept the ass.
I was going to say, is that the team that the Yankees just – okay, just making sure. That's the team.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about
All
that.
those Astros fans talking shit coming in. Oh, we own the Yankees. We own the Yankees. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Sit down.
Not with that
Your
attitude.
caption name.
The Astros just won their first game of the year then today.
Yeah.
Sweet, the Mariners have a better record than the Astros. Let's go.
The Jays haven't won yet either.
But that's
but they're from Canada.
So look, as much as I love my Canadian family up north, and I don't have any relatives.
You
up in
would
Canada,
have Canadian
but
family.
I love
up
my
north.
Canadian people. Okay? People say, "What's wrong with Canada?" And I say nothing. All right, Canada is a great place to live. Okay,
Canada.
It's a series of hockey rinks surrounded by bears.
You know what, y'all?
Would you like me to be politically correct and say Canada?
I feel like
That's a soda.
Is this the preface for another
That's why I
Ando
say
race
Canada.
rant?
Yes.
Canada. And my rant is over, Big Dick. I'm sorry.
But you know what, you guys?
Please don't start
The
doing
game right
Canadian
now,
accent.
the game that's on right now, I'm very in it because you got Juju. And Juju.
Which game you watching?
And Juju, UConn and USC, and Juju.
Okay.
And Juju is the best college basketball player out there right now. I don't care what anybody says.
Who's winning that one? Last I saw, UConn was down by
Right
2.
now, it's UConn 31-27.
Oh,
There you go.
shit.
But
Yeah,
Juju,
why is Malcolm in the Middle's dad doing the motivational baseball commercials?
but
What, Heisenberg?
Brian Cranston? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Look.
subtle promo because they're going to be doing a reboot of Malcolm in the Middle next year.
They are?
Yeah, that's
that'd be
coming.
interesting.
Heisenberg?
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
That makes me
That'd be
makes me-
interesting.
that makes me so sad.
Okay.
Gonzalez. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And I do want to ask some more of this.
Mhm.
With the rise of Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they'll probably do, and others, because Stanford's got a few that are really, really good. But with the rise of those two women, eventually hitting the WNBA, and Juju by that point will be hitting the WNBA.
Mhm.
Do you think women's sports will finally get to do its deserved?
I honestly, talent wise, yes. Attendance wise, no. There's no
Yeah,
one
Russ.
going to the games, man.
Well,
Shut
okay.
up.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
No, well,
Some more ago.
no, I was gonna say that where actually it should have peaked. My favorite player used to be a lot of beard. She was it for me. She was like, y'all maybe not know about her, but she was it. She was fire. And then after that, the next person I felt like that met her, obviously, was Candace. It should have actually blew up when you had Candace, you had Sylvia Fowles wasn't as good as her, but she was good. But I think Maya Moore should have took everything to the next level. Now, granted, when she left, did her stuff with human rights and policies and stuff, that's when I really thought everything would be cemented. Despite the fact that Diana Taurasi. The thing is, I'm gonna say this: Taurasi gonna have a run for her money because I feel like Caitlin Clark is a better shooter not maybe efficiency wise, but just like you gonna have some trouble. That's what I would.
Right.
And I think that's gonna be a big question when she does come in. But this group of girls that are coming in, I do think it's good. But I wouldn't say this is the best class. I would say that better class was when Maya Moore was around. Who was the other girl? Was Diggins around with the same class as Maya Moore?
I was going to say, wasn't that about the time that Brittany Griner was playing too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was Brittany, it was Diggins, and it was Maya. And I feel like that was the best part.
Yep.
That was epic. So that's in my opinion. That's what I think.
I mean, is it just me? And I haven't watched any of the basketball. I've covered a lot of it on the phone. And I filled out a bracket for both years this year, and gladly my brackets are broken because I'm dumb. But would you guys say that there has been as much, if not more, publicity in the women's bracket this year than there has been men?
It's more visible.
Yeah, I feel like there's been more publicity. Like when you open up the ESPN app, sure, like 2 or 3 down, you have the men's, but they're putting so much emphasis, especially on South Carolina, especially on UConn, especially on Caitlin Clark and Iowa. It just, I feel this year, and I hope it stays that way, that the women get the same amount of publicity as the men do, because I mean their sport is just as important as the men's.
Well, I think it's because like it's not like okay, I don't know, maybe the college men's kind of went down because at least when I used to watch it, I used to be geeked, and I think it's also them realigning the conferences because all this Big 12 and all that junk, it kind of effed it up.
Yeah,
Maryland used to be in
ACC.
Yeah, ACC. Maryland
yep.
in the ACC. So
yep.
I think it messed it up a little bit. And then like there's no names you really know. And there's no names that pop out except the dude with the nail polish on Duke. I forgot his name, whatever his name is. But before then it was different. Like you used to watch the tournament when Kemba Walker then went to 4 overtimes.
Yeah. Yep. With UConn winning, Kemba winning the national championship. Yeah,
exactly. You're not getting that no more. And then the biggest powerhouse is UConn.
Well, to be fair, NC State could pull off that feat this year because NC State has won 9 straight because they had to win the ACC championship, beating both Duke and North Carolina to do it, and then they've gone through everybody that they've had to so far this year in the tournament. So
yeah,
I'm just loving the company, and I'm gonna do something different. Dan, I'm gonna ask you.
Absolute steal by the
has AAU, NIL, the combination of those two, have they made men's college basketball weaker than the women?
What's expendable and they
I can't really hear you with the there's like a TV in the background or something that I can hear right now. You hear that?
Hold on one second.
My bad. There we go. Okay.
No, I got it.
Sorry. It's all right. Okay.
All right,
I really couldn't hear you. I get the gist of the question.
Okay.
I get the gist of the question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Just go ahead, man.
With AAU and NIL being a little bit more prevalent in the men's game than the women's game, would you say that has made men's college basketball less competitive than the women?
No. Well, okay, so I guess I asked Samora first here. Which one would you rather watch? Would you rather watch a men's college basketball game or a women's college basketball game? Just base. You don't get to pick the teams. It's just you get to watch a men's game or a women's game. Which one's more entertaining to you? Samora.
You're talking about
today? Which one's more entertaining? Like which one would you rather just watch on TV? Doesn't matter who's in it. Just base men's game versus women's game.
Well, this year, today, probably the women's.
Okay.
But I'm now granted, trust me, I'm a woman, but I'm not being biased. When it's Pat Summers days, heck y'all watching that. But we go 10 years ago, oh yeah, y'all watching the men's. Bohan? No. Like that's my point.
It's for the most part, it's a better product. Okay. Right. And that could be because of a lot of different factors. Number one being just obviously the size factor, the general athleticism. I mean, there's a lot of things that factor into it. I think it's just a more entertaining game to watch. I think that like men's college basketball is diluted now because you have NIL, you have the elite.
Can I ask a question?
Elite league, you have the NBA PA or the NBA DL. You have a lot of different levels in which you can get there without playing in college. They shouldn't have to play in college for a year. That's the stupidest fucking rule I've ever heard. By the way, like what is that all about? So they can act like they're going to classes for a year and play for fucking Duke and then leave. Like, yeah, like what is the like? Yeah, like those guys don't go to class. By the way, they don't go to class. They just show up. They act like they go to Purdue or Duke for fucking a year and then they leave. And it's stupid. And they should just be able to go to the fucking. That's what the elite league is for. And those kind of developmental leagues. But that's why. I mean, it's just more competitive. It's a better game overall. Yes, there's obviously Caitlin Clark's a very exciting player to watch. Okay, I'll watch Caitlin Clark. I'll watch a lot of female basketball players, honestly. But like the pool is deeper with men. I don't know. It's just because they obviously. I think men play more sports in general than women do as well, which obviously factors in. But like, I don't know. If that was just your question.
Yeah. I just want to know what you thought. I just want to know what you thought.
It's just a better product on the men's side overall, or most of the time.
Ambrose, you had a question.
Yeah, what's the I'm really out of the loop with basketball. What's the NIL? What are all these things you're throwing out there?
NIL is the payment that some college players get for likeness and memorabilia.
Oh, they get paid now?
And that's not just basketball.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not just basketball; it's all college.
It's all sports, really.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's cool.
You have the right to your own likeness.
Because I always wondered why you can go on a music scholarship and work for a record company and get paid, but you can't sign autographs and make money.
So your likeness was, Ambrose, your likeness was covered underneath the NCAA, and it went to the school before, and now the likeness belongs to the individual. So these individuals,
I didn't know that went away. All right.
Yeah, they just own their own likeness now, so they can do whatever they want. They can sell jerseys, they can sign.
Yeah, and I never understood why they couldn't. If you're like I said, if you're a music scholar, you could go and work at a record company, and they can pay you, but you can't sign autographs without you couldn't sign autographs without like the NCAA, fining you or whatever.
Ambrose, if you want to get depressed sometime, think about the billions of dollars that these college teams, men's and women's, have made over the last fucking 30 years, and then wonder to yourself where those billions of dollars went. If you want to get really fucking like,
I know where they went. I've done construction work on Duke University.
Dude, well, that and into the pockets of old rich white men is where that went.
Exactly.
Like one or two that worked for every school. These guys are fucking filthy rich because of this shit, and like they just benefited off of players. They weren't doing anything. They were literally just representing the school in some way. Like, oh, I'm the dean. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, deans aren't real. They don't do anything. I'm just kidding.
So, Dan,
I'm kidding.
Can I ask you then, from your position that you're sitting in as a fan of just college sports in general, should Reggie Bush be able to get his Heisman back?
Yes.
Thank you.
Fuck are you talking? Yeah.
No, I know there's. Yeah, I believe he should, especially now that players are getting paid for it. He absolutely should get his Heisman back.
I honestly never understood the concept of vacancies. What do they do? Like when they put the record book down and he won, cross his name out? Yeah. Like what do you do?
Vacant. It's just vacant for that year, even though everybody knows that Reggie Bush won.
See, I mean,
that looks even worse than him winning.
So I think it's a different. I think there should be a difference. Like what happened with Joe Paterno and those wins being vacated, that's different than Reggie Bush losing his shit because he got paid. Right. I think Penn State should lose all of that. I think Reggie Bush should get all of his shit back.
He's a fucking good guy for one also. Like he like it wasn't a booster bought his mom a fucking Escalade and bought his mom a house. Like, oh my God, the fuck are like that's the minimum that he was making that fucking university. Go back
wasn't he already in the school? It's not like they were baiting him to go. He was already in USC, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was already there.
So it's not even like he was being bribed.
He was absolutely just getting paid to play, which everybody does. Like if you're big time, you do. Nick Saban is so good. Nick Saban was so good at paying players underneath the table that he dominated college football for 10 years.
But
he left. That's why he left.
But
NIL.
He left because of NIL.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, because they started paying the players.
Yep.
Yeah.
He couldn't control it in his backyard anymore. So he wanted to be a little bitch baby and run. Fuck you, Nick Saban.
Can't run to the NFL. We saw how that turned out.
Bro, that's his closer. That's his closer.
That's so hypocritical of somebody who's going to sit there, give an interview and cry that he's worried about paying players rather than raising men. You were paying players since the start.
Every day. That was his closer, dude.
Like I think Seven's muted. Seven, what were you saying?
But so, what I was going to say real quick, the reason why Reggie Bush will never get his Heisman back comes down to the fact that the NCAA doesn't want to admit that they were wrong in taking it away to begin with.
That's true.
The only reason,
Which is correct with all major organizations.
Yep.
They don't
Because
take
that's-
accountability.
Yeah,
They
because that's
punish
the kind of
everyone
reason.
else, but don't take accountability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they did it wrong. They did it wrong. What? Us? The
Us?
NCAA?
We didn't do anything
What?
wrong.
Well, I mean, if you even
Not
go all
us.
the way back to when the Black Sox scandal,
Oh,
that
that's a good point.
Comiskey was as much to blame as the players were for that whole debacle, and Comiskey was just like, no, just ban them. Like, I still want to own my team. Okay.
We're gonna ban. We're gonna blackball all of the players in Major League Baseball, except for the ones that we like that played during the steroid era from being eligible for the Hall of Fame.
And Comiskey's in the Hall of Fame, by the way. That's a
But-
travesty.
That's weird.
The managers and the owners, all a bunch of old white guys. Big surprise there.
Mhm.
That benefited from the
What?
players'
White
success
guys?
of the steroid era. They're in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But
But Barry
still
Bonds isn't.
new.
Isn't there a Spanish owner somewhere?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Anaheim, right?
No. That's,
Marino.
Didn't he give up ownership?
no. Art Moreno.
He's still
did
the
not-
owner?
He put it on the market, but I don't think he got an offer that he liked, so he took it off. He's still the owner.
Dumbass.
Every
Oh,
time
no.
every time you say professional sports owner, I just think of Mr. Burns and fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Like in the fucking on the hill, dude. Like and fucking like Mr. Burns and Smithers, his assistant, are just like up there, just like, yes, we own the Texans. Good. So we own the Texans.
Mr. Burns,
yeah,
should we get that white quarterback that is in the draft? No, we
Good.
need the black man. Let's get the black man. He's smarter.
Go get
Right,
him.
you guys.
Good.
We got a couple of Kansas City Chiefs fans here, so we're gonna get into the whole Rashee Rice story going on for this edition of the Huddle. I want to get what their thoughts and opinions are. Let's get started with the Huddle. All right. Let's go ahead and get this puppy started. I'm gonna let you lead it off, 7.
Okay, so basically, there was an accident involving a Lamborghini and a Corvette. The Lamborghini SUV was allegedly rented.
Is this a math problem?
No,
I'm sorry.
was allegedly rented to Rashee Rice. The Corvette and the Lamborghini SUV were racing out on a freeway in the Dallas area. The Lamborghini SUV hit the median after it lost control, causing a chain reaction. There's a total of 6-car accident. The drivers of the Corvette and the Lamborghini SUV all fled the scene without checking to see if anybody needed any medical attention. As I said, the
We'll get to that in a
Lamborghini
second.
SUV was allegedly on rent to Rashee Rice, and the rental company said that per his contract, he was the only one that was supposed to be driving it. But none of the
Even a
pictures
rice
that
burner.
came from the scene that showed the individuals leaving the scene, none of those pictures could actually clearly reflect that Rashee Rice was there. That's why the Chiefs haven't said anything yet. That's why the NFL hasn't said anything yet. Look, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it before Dan says it. We all know it was probably Rashee Rice driving one of those fucking vehicles. Like, let's not ignore it.
No.
First of all, thankfully, despite the fucking stupidity of the situation, nobody got hurt.
Yes.
People that were treated for minor injuries, but nothing that was actually life-altering Henry Ruggs III situation happening here.
Yes.
It just becomes hilarious.
So at this point, it's just Rashee Rice was being a fucking idiot.
Well, what I will say is it has come out that Rashee is being cooperative with the police in Dallas. That is a big, like, for me, if Rashee fucked up and he was like, oh, no, man, it wasn't. That's a point, that's a point of character, and that's bad. But he is working and he's being cooperative, and I think that shows a lot for him, that if he does end up being responsible for it, he'll be like, hey, look, it's me. I messed up. I'll take responsibility. What do I got to do to fix this and play football? So,
And
I got a point to make, because this is going back all the way back to like on the motorcycles with Kellen Winslow and Ben Roethlisberger.
God, yes.
Rapist.
This is a problem in the NFL. When is the NFL just going to be like, okay, you're signed. Go to the DMV and take a damn road test?
Ben Roethlisberger.
because even with the
Like-
license, that's not going to stop him from doing it.
I mean, no, I'm just like,
I-
what are you doing? Stop.
Dude, it's that mindset of, hey, I'm at the top level, I can't be touched.
I mean, I understand these kids are all 20 years younger than me.
You never had fun,
So
Ambrose?
you get this money, you get these cars, you're but did you learn nothing from Henry Ruggs last year?
Let them live their life.
Well, but here's the thing.
Yeah, but you're endangering other people. Like Dante Stallworth killed a guy. Henry Ruggs killed a guy.
As an NFL player, especially
killed a
with
guy.
Rashee Rice, who got a $1 million plus bonus for winning the Super Bowl, you can afford to rent track time. There's multiple tracks in that area of Texas.
It's not as fun.
You can go drive. You can open that shit up, do whatever the fuck you want.
Not as fun.
Right. So and he's taking responsibility now. So that's good for him. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people that will ask the question, why did Tyreek Hill get to stay on the Chiefs and Kareem Hunt ended up in massage therapy hell in Cleveland? The difference between Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill was honest. When the recording came out from KCTV5 that had been edited and made Tyreek Hill look like he was an abuser, the Chiefs had the unedited recording for months. When the video came out of Kareem Hunt kicking that girl in the lobby in the hotel, Kareem Hunt said that the only contact he had with her was she followed him to the door of his hotel room, and he never made any physical contact with her whatsoever.
Yep.
That video pretty clearly fucking shows that he tried to send her about 40 or 50 yards.
Oh yeah.
So,
bro, hey, in Kareem Hunt's defense here, because you knew I was going to do that.
She was a fucking problem. I get it.
No, not even that. He didn't try and push her. Watch the video. He pushes a dude who is standing between the two. He pushes a dude and it goes into the chick and she flies like 10 feet. Dude flies like 8 feet. She flies like 10 feet into an elevator. He wasn't pushing her.
I'm envisioning like a Naked Gun scenario in my head right now.
It's pretty close actually. But it was Kareem Hunt did not give the Chiefs all of the truthful information. Tyreek Hill did. If Rashee Rice can take away anything from this and how he handles the situation, because nobody's perfect. We all did dumb shit when we were young, driving cars fast.
Yes.
And we didn't have millions of dollars. We didn't have millions of dollars in fame.
But as long as he is honest, takes his licks, and doesn't fuck around, he'll be back by the middle of the season.
I think Andy Reid is also it shows the way the coach handles the team, because there's some coaches like John Gruden wouldn't handle players the way Andy Reid does. And I think he probably talked to Rice and was like, hey, you got to come forward. You got to do that. And if you listen to Andy Reid, you'll stay on the right track.
I will say it's probably Reed and Hunt as a combination, because Lamar Hunt does not look like the guy that takes shit from anybody. So, like one of the key points that he has with drafting and signing players is, hey, you're holding yourself to a level of accountability. If you can't do that, you don't belong here.
It's
more. How do you feel about the subject?
You said me?
Yeah.
When you said, okay, first of all, which player would you mention him before? Because at first I thought you were talking about Ray Rice when he showed.
Jesus Christ, Ray Rice.
No, but who are you talking about that flew 10 feet? Who is this?
Kareem Hunt. When Kareem Hunt had the thing, he pushed a dude and it like went into this chick that they're talking about, and like they fly. It's pretty bad. Anyway, no, not Ray Rice.
Ray Rice, that's different.
Ray Rice was playing weekend at Bernie's with his girlfriend.
That video is rough, bro.
Like,
it's rough.
You got dragged.
In
Ray Rice was a combination of two things. He was a combination of the incident and the fact he wasn't effective as a player anymore.
Well, that and he just like
Ray Rice.
He showed
general
he wasn't
effective as a player anymore.
Dude, I would beg to differ, man.
I
thought Ray Rice was still playing pretty good at the time of that incident.
Let me ask you a question, Ed. What is the main thing the main stat that you expect of a running back in terms of yards per carry? You look at about 4 yards per carry.
Yeah, I would say between 3.5 and 4 yards.
Ray Rice at that time was at 3.2.
I was gonna say like 2.8. Yeah, it's bad.
He was on the decline. That's why when he got released, Nobody else picked him up.
In
All right.
in Ray Rice's defense, he did inspire Chris Brown.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
No, because then Chris Brown attacked Rihanna first, so wasn't it Chris Brown who inspired Ray Rice?
Oh, God damn it. Man, I
yeah,
thought
sorry, bro. I didn't mean to poke a hole in your balloon. But yeah, Chris Brown happened before Ray Rice, bro.
Good call, Ando.
You wasn't a joke. What a dick.
Now, I would like to see Chris Brown and Ray Rice at
Paul
that same
Mama's
boxing
shit.
event that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are going to be at. That'd be a fun fight.
That's a solid undercard.
Right?
Oh, poor Jake Paul.
Paul going to get his ass kicked, though. Like Tyson,
I don't think
I
Jake
want to
Paul
see a
knows what he's
first
getting
round
into.
knockout by Tyson.
He's hoping those 16-ounce gloves are going to save him, and they're not.
No, I mean, you know, I was talking about this with my buddy the other day. Jake Paul is he's not even 30 yet. He knows like the goofy retired Mike Tyson from The Hangover.
Yep.
You know, singing One Night in Bangkok, singing Monster Mash with Bobby Brown on Jimmy Kimmel.
Bumblebee costume.
He does not. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
The Bumblebee costume.
Yeah, the Bumblebee costume. Him singing Monster Mash with Bobby Brown and Jimmy Kimmel. When Jake Paul gets in that ring and he sees Tyson in his zone and he's bobbing and weaving towards him, he's like, "Oh no, what?"
I ain't gonna say a lie because I always thought the last time they fought, before Mike went crazy and started biting off people's ears.
Yeah.
He was whipping Holyfield's ass. I ain't gonna lie. He was whipping Holyfield's ass.
If there's anything that I remember about 90s boxing, it's just how aggressive Tyson was.
The general rule of thumb was if you could get him past the 5th round, you had a chance of taking him, but you rarely ever got past the 5th round.
Yeah.
Like
first 12 fights, he knocked the dudes out in the first round.
Yeah.
It's some of the most savage. It's like the most savage run basically in boxing history. It's this most savage year and a half in boxing history. He actually, and Holyfield, he wanted to eat that dude's fucking kids, bro. That's how fucking hard Tyson was at that time. He was such a competitor that he wanted to eat him, and he tried to.
And that's what I'm saying. The Paul brothers haven't seen that, and now you're watching him train, and he's throwing tires across the room, and just making his sparring partner cry.
I don't trust it. I feel like they're gonna rig it. I want to believe, but they be rigging stuff. So I'm like,
No, Tyson doesn't rig.
No,
Tyson does not rig.
No, but
I'm kind of saying Mr. Moore.
Have you heard the stipulations though? Because Tyson has to adhere to whatever Jake Paul contract is. So it's just he has to meet a weight requirement. He has to. I don't think he's allowed to knock him out.
That's bullshit.
No,
how are you not allowed to knock him out? What is he going to do?
Just but he is weird with the contract. He has certain stipulations that Jake I don't think has.
Actually, I think they changed the rules to the fight because I was reading yesterday that the only way to win is by a knockout. There's no judges.
Thank goodness. Okay, if that's the case.
No, I'm sorry. If I'm going to see a Tyson fight, I'm going for Tyson to beat the shit out of somebody.
There's not going to be any judges. It's the only way you can win is either through a technical knockout or a general knockout.
All right,
I'm sorry. I think can I say that if we go to a UFC event or a boxing match, I'm not looking for. I mean, yeah, sure, go 12 rounds, whatever. But I'm looking for somebody to get laid the fuck out. I want to. I mean. Submissions, cool. I'm not a fan of the submissions. I'd much rather see a roundhouse kick or jump off the cage right to your face. I'm going to see people get knocked out.
If I go to a UFC match with you, I'm taking bets on how long it's going to take for someone to come down and tell you to get the fuck back behind the hot dog stand.
So for me, it's if I'm going to that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, I want Tyson to beat the shit out of Paul. If Paul knocks Tyson out, so fucking be. But I don't want this going.
We want to see a real fight.
I don't want to see. I mean, I don't want to see a.
Well, it's not gonna be.
No. Good God, man. No, I want to see Tyson knock out Paul. I don't like either one of the Paul brothers. I want to. Yeah, exactly. I think R. Millard says it best. I want to see people get knocked out.
I mean, the Paul brothers smell like sulfur. They need to just not exist.
Yeah, sulfur. That's such a weirdly specific insult.
They are the devil.
Whatever you say, Bobby Boucher.
Sorry, I was just watching a Twilight Zone episode, and the dog smell the brimstones. That's where that's popping in my head.
All right, you guys, there's some ABI I do want to get into real quick. Let's go ahead and start with the hardwood. Here we go.
I just gotta
All
say real quick with that beat, I can overlook the name of the hardwood with Dick.
Hey,
All right, Dan, take it away.
hardest segment in the show.
All
Hardest
right,
segment in the
giggity.
show.
I do.
Giggity.
All right. It was reported today that Joel Embiid can make his return this week. Zamora and Dan, do you think that can put the Sixers over the top?
Dan, you first.
Go. Oh, I'm going first. No.
Can I go first?
No, it doesn't matter.
Damn it. Okay.
Like no, it doesn't.
Go ahead,
It doesn't matter who goes first.
No. I'm talking about the Joel Embiid.
Yeah, no, I would say
I'm feeling
personally, if he can come back this week, I'm the type of person to weigh on the side of caution, so I would give it an additional week.
Ando, fucking listen to me, all right? This is my fucking segment, all right? You stay up there in the corner.
I'm sorry.
You stay up there in the fucking corner, all right? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my God, he's turning right again.
Zip it. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real though. It does. What I was saying is, it doesn't matter that Joel Embiid's coming back, because, like, if Ando watched basketball, he would understand that the Sixers really aren't like dude. They've had Joel Embiid for fucking 5 years now, bro. He's been MVP level for 3.5 to 4 fucking consecutive seasons, and they have done nothing. They have not even made a fucking impact in the Eastern Conference at all. It doesn't matter. This roster's worse. Like, minus James Harden from a couple years ago. Minus, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say respectfully. No. First of all, you see my name, Harden Forever. I'm a ride or die Harden fan, but with this team structure, I like the two emerging players. I think that are best players out there are Maxey and what's that one player? Not Wemby. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's I'm sorry, Darren Fox from
Fox.
Yeah. I feel like they're the most young emerging talent that I like, the youngest of the emerging talent that I really like that could take over the league. But Maxey, he has the green light. So when both of them were in not healthy, when both of them were healthy, they were on one accord. But just like Daniel said, the fact that, Embiid, let me say this. If Embiid was not so injury prone, I would have a different narrative with this season. But because of that, and because we know his history, I can't even vouch for that. I'm happy because the team actually was emerging. You saw Maxey basically going off. But because we know Embiid's history, I can't put no credence in whatever this year is going to be. I can't even put credence in the fact he got injured. He's out the MVP conversation. So what's left?
I 100% agree. Have you seen the video of him on the plane after the game like 2 years ago? Have you seen this video?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Apparently he's like this after every single game. Like, literally, dude looks like an 85-year-old man walking onto the plane. Like, he's got ice packs on both of his knees. Like, this is Joel Embiid. And like, it is, dude, it's craziness. He is not in good shape. Like, he's so big. And he weighs so much that all the pressure, dude, he can't stay healthy. There's no way for him. He needs to literally just like not play most of the years like Kawhi's doing basically, and just like not play, because it's rough, dude. He's not in good shape. And like, when he gets warmed up, he's obviously a fucking freak athlete, but like after that, dude, he's ruined. Like, for like the next, like, he has to constant like hot baths, cold baths and shit. Like, it's weird, dude. His joints are fucked up. He's not going to last for that much longer. He's way too big. Anyway, but like that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter, because I don't think that he can stay healthy. He's not going to. And Tyrese Maxey is like you said, he's getting the chance. Like, you're 100%. He's getting the green light.
Yeah.
He literally, he's a volume scorer. Like, at this point, somebody has to fill those points. And like, you're not going to choose Tyrese Maxey to fill those points, because you have other like duos. Like, you have some duos that are like, I'll take Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis over Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey.
Okay, now I do not agree with this 120%, because Anthony Davis is more injury prone than Embiid. So what are we saying right now?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Look back. No, he's not. Street clothes is not. Street clothes plays when Street clothes wants to play.
Daniel.
Street clothes plays when
Daniel, do they have the wheelchair ready for Embiid when he gets injured? No, they do not. For Anthony Davis, they have the wheelchair ready. Absolutely not. We're not going to do that.
Extended load management, Zamora. Extended load management.
No. We're not doing.
The man gets hurt in his own. The man gets hurt in every video game he's in.
He ain't fucking hurt this year. You guys seen him? You guys seen him this year?
how long it's gonna last. I'm not trying to be. I'm not jinxing nothing, but I don't have no faith. Zero faith.
Okay,
Zero.
so if Anthony Davis wants it, he magically becomes less injury prone.
That's not how
If
this
he
works.
wants it, it is how it works.
No,
Anthony Davis plays when Anthony Davis wants to
You
play.
can't will yourself to not get injured. Wait. You can't will yourself to not get injured.
Motherfucker, this ain't tricks.
Dude, he's not injured that badly.
He's not actually getting injured.
He's not getting injured, bro. Are you
Okay,
not
I got
seeing
it.
this?
Okay,
So, literally, he no contact injured his elbow last year. I'm gonna say that again. He no contact injury at his elbow. He wasn't even shooting or anything. He was doing nothing with his elbow, and he literally was like, "Oh fuck, gotta sit 10 games out. Gotta rest for a while." Like it's just, it's a fucking. They're in Hollywood. They play in LA. Those guys want to be movie stars. They are just movie stars. That's what's happening right now.
No,
we don't understand.
No, but okay, but I would give you that. But I like if we when Kawhi's injured, except whatever period it was, they said it was an injury. Even they tried to put the narrative. They were like, "Oh no, he's really injured." So I would give you that. But then, like with Kawhi, I honestly feel like with his low management, he actually was suffering injuries. The duration of the time he was out, he was actually having injuries.
We're gonna have to introduce you to the conspiracy theory that we all hold.
I know stuff is rigged. When during the Super Bowl, half of the stadium for the Ravens are out, and all that magically they win. You telling me that's not rigged? I know stuff is rigged. I'm not.
Well, actually, to be fair, the stadium lights got rigged, and the 49ers somehow played better, but the Ravens still won. So
exactly. So,
but
the NBA, the NBA is one Tim Donahue away right now from just being the WWE.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. It is.
Look, okay. I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist, and I believe that. But at the same time, I also know that Anthony Davis is a frail.
He's not
a frail mother. He's a frail.
That frail man is averaging 27 and 13 for the last 30 games, and he's a beast. He's the best defensive player in the NBA. He's the best. He can guard all 5 positions. He's the defensive player of the year, hands down. This dude, I've watched almost every Lakers game, just so you know. This guy locks the fuck down anybody that they want him to at any time. He averages like fucking 11 and a half defensive rebounds a game or something. Like it's nuts.
Well, respectfully, I had to somebody check me, and I we know Rudy Gobert, we laughing and whatever, but defensively on his stats, I had to get checked. He was him and Cat was coming through with some defensive stuff, and I was just like, okay, I might have to rethink how I view them, because I think Gobert he's leading the league in whatever step of blocks. I think
rebounds.
He's leading rebounds. Yep. I don't know if it's rebounds.
Yeah, and Gobert is averaging almost 13 rebounds
every year for the last 6 years, because anybody who has Rudy Gobert on their team has no other big men and nobody else to rebound the basketball. I'm not joking you. Like they do. It's true. Like Rui Hachimura. How about LeBron James? Like they are pretty good rebounders. They rebound with Anthony Davis the whole time. Like Karl Anthony Towns is the softest post player in the NBA.
He's not as soft as Anthony Davis, but okay.
Oh,
he's not as soft as Anthony Davis.
You haven't been watching the games. You haven't watched this more. I
used to love Anthony Davis. I'm saying from a disappointed fan.
You haven't watched him recently. You gave up on him. I did
not give up.
It's on you. You fucking did.
Hey, Dan, to be
don't
fair,
give up on AD. Back with the brow.
Dan, this is the same lady who likes James Harden, so just be careful with.
Dude, I fucking love James Harden too.
I don't.
If you're an NBA fan, you do.
But I love James Harden, but then I gave criticism and I said the Sixers are doing better. I'm honest. The Sixers are doing better.
And James Harden has had more impact on the NBA than Steve Nash and Stephon Marbury combined. How about that?
Damn.
I will agree with Stephon Marbury. Right.
I don't know about that.
But I think James Harden has done more. James Harden has done more for the strip clubs in the cities that he's been in than he has for the NBA.
Guys,
him and Lou Williams.
Are we back to where the fucking professional sports is a morality contest? Is that what we're doing?
And Lou Williams.
Look, dude, I'm just saying.
It's not,
I'm sorry,
guys.
If I'm paid to make 3-point shots, I ain't spending all my free time at the buffet at the strip club at 9:00 in the morning. That's all I'm saying.
If it makes you go out and hit
that was a fat suit. That was not a buffet.
If it makes you go out and hit the nastiest step back that's ever existed in the NBA,
only because I got nasty stuff on my junk.
37 points a game for an entire season. Yes, then you eat at a
Dan
fucking
is more.
strip
Let me
club.
ask you this.
You
Dan
eat
is
in a strip club every
Dan is
morning.
more. Let
you
me
know?
let me ask you guys this, because y'all up here reveling your love for James Harden, things like that. Where has it gotten him? What has he won?
He's not a team player. We didn't say that. We didn't go,
What
oh,
has
yeah,
he
he's the
won?
I'm not
best
saying
team
he's
player
not
of
a
all
team
time.
player. He likes to like. Look how efficient he
does.
Okay, first of all, you know what? Let's get the stats, because I believe before the All-Star break, he was leading in assists for teams and whatnot. So he likes to pass. Like he likes to be a team player.
I believe he's averaging over 10 assists a game right now.
So he is a team
still.
player. So let's not act like
He is at this point in his career, Zamora. He is a team player. Yes, you are correct. Those Rockets days, let's not fucking beat around the bush about it. That's the James Harden show on offense. That's high pick and roll. James, go shoot the fucking craziest step back that's ever existed. Go travel. Go travel almost every time you shoot it.
It was ISO-licious. It was beautiful ISO.
He should just say ISO-licious.
It was
To be fair, James Harden is currently averaging 24.2 points in his career, and then 7.1 assists in the regular season. This season, he's played 67 games, is averaging 8.6 assists this season, but is only averaging 16.8 points. But then again, of course, he plays in LA where he has Kawhi and Paul George.
And all those stats in front of you.
Yeah.
And eating fucking breakfast in a strip club. Those James Hardens, 2017. Go look at 2017 James Harden. Dude, and then they go watch his highlight film from that year. Dude, he's the nastiest ISO scorer that's ever fucking played in the NBA. Probably. I'm not like it's close. It's
I love James Harden, but I'm not gonna say he's the best. I'm just gonna say he's top 3 because there's room for okay, we could have some debate here.
Are you talking 2017 to 2018 or 2018 to 2019? Because 2018-2019 he averaged 36.1 points a game.
There you go. That's what I was talking. That's eating in a strip club, 9 a.m. Just
he is not eating breakfast in the
titties
strip club.
In your face, titties in that bearded face.
Damn.
Pancakes, titties in his face. 9 a.m. goes out and drops 45 on a lot.
Damn, he's like Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Modern day Babe Ruth, James Harden. Jimmy Harden, old Jim Harden.
Harden.
Old Jim
Harden.
Harden.
The guy playing 45 years old and going into the strip club in the geriatric lane and be like, yeah, look at me, I'm still shooting threes. Mr. Graybeard and all.
What if
that is a man who speaks from experience?
Sure. Talked a lot like you knew about 9 a.m. strip club breakfast too.
Oh no, they don't have the brunch.
I'm just saying, prior military, I may have stumbled my way out of a.
Seven's like, no, they don't have brunch at strip club.
Hey, Will, I really forgot what we were talking about, before this, what started this. So
you were talking about Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
But anyway, one question I do have for you, Dan, because I did want to bring up basketball here. Give me just a second.
Is it a philosophical question or more of a
no? It'll be a for real question. Hold on. So you said Joel Embiid being on the 76ers is going to make a difference this year. At this point right now, they have a 4.5 game lead of the Bulls for the 8th and 9th seed. So if the position stands the way it is right now, the 76ers stay in the 8th. They play against the Miami Heat basically for that first play-in spot. With Embiid, do the 76ers beat the Heat and get into the playoffs?
No.
I say no.
Okay.
In the East, they're not even a
then,
in the East.
Okay. Then with Embiid, do they beat the winner of the Chicago Bulls and Atlanta Hawks?
Yes.
Maybe Atlanta Hawks, yeah.
Beat the Bulls too. Bulls still ain't got no
point. That's
point.
because you trashed the Bulls, Willie.
Hold on. Bulls has no point. Exactly.
But dude, let's get real. Kobe White's been playing on a different level.
He's playing good.
And I think Vujovic, even if let's say Joel's at 85%, I think Vujovic plays with them unless Joel has a really just kind of hot start game.
I just don't think the Bulls are a small team overall. Mm-hmm. I don't think they have the firepower to keep up with the Sixers.
Then in that case, the Sixers would play the Celtics, and then it'd be a non-factor because the Celtics are going to beat the Sixers.
Well, speaking of the Celtics, I want to speak. Can we talk on this?
Sure.
Okay. So this is my thing. I had an argument with a coworker about the Celtics, and My issue with the Celtics, because I was just like, I would have got with a Brown. And I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about what everybody thinks their trajectory for their playoff run is going to be. My issue with them, and I can say this because I was a Sixer fan when Harden was there last year, was that even as a fan on the outside looking in and it's biased towards James Harden, I'm like, y'all should have been shut this game out. Like, look at the trash ass Doc Rivers. He ain't coaching. Y'all should shut this game out. So, with that being said, granted, they all started off like as rookies together, and I gave them grace and credence with like their second year. They got to the finals, they lost, et cetera, et cetera. We're in like year 4 or 5 with them, and I'm not giving them the same type of rookie treatment. I'm looking at them and I'm saying, like, y'all, even though yes, they have pieces, they lost their coach, which I understand that, and you lost your point guard, but you got what's the new guy name? I forgot his name. I was about to say Schumpert. What's his name? The new guy that for defense. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, they got him on defense.
Oh, you talking about the point guard?
Yeah, you have him on defense. He helps, but at the same time, they're like, all right, we're still missing pieces, and then you have a tiny bit of bench. But with that being said, y'all inconsistency is so bad. Tatum, so bad. Y'all just lost to the Hawks twice.
Yep.
I cannot give you in good consciousness my bid. I don't have faith in y'all. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I'm mad because as a GM, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have let Brown. I would have taken the team. We would have blew that shit up. That's probably bad, but that's just what I would have done. But they've been so inconsistent. And I keep wanting to give them credence, but it's like we're on year 4 or 5. I can't keep giving y'all credence on this. And there's been so much inconsistency and you're losing to the Hawks. And then when the playoff happens last year with Harden, y'all should have closed the game out. Tatum disappeared the whole series till the end, and he does that consistently. So, what are y'all thoughts on the Celtics? I know I'm not tripping. I might be a little biased, but I don't have enough faith in them.
I look at the Celtics. I kind of agree with you, and some of that to a more broad extent is why I think that the Suns should blow up their roster.
Wait, you want to blow up KD? You want to blow up KD? Wait, it's because the injuries? Wait,
you get the injuries. There is no fucking chemistry on that team. Watch them play.
They only played 1 year together, though. The Celtics have 4 or 5.
Okay, but here's the thing with the Suns. They got rid of DeAndre Ayton.
They did.
Because he wouldn't get physical like they needed to. And we can all agree that's still lacking in DeAndre Ayton's game. Mm-hmm. It's a DeAndre problem, not a Monty. It wasn't Monty Williams' fault.
I got you.
But now they replaced him, which, yeah, some of this is rookie owner Matt Ishbia's fault, with Yusuf Nurkic. A European version of the same fucking person they just got rid of. But Book and KD still don't have as much chemistry as they should because these are 2 elite players that wanted to play with each other, but the chemistry still is not there like it should be. The Suns are losing games they shouldn't, and they're going to struggle in the playoffs because they can't find the right rhythm. Now, is blowing up the Suns an overreaction? Probably a little bit, but that roster is lacking so much of what they need to win. At some point, you have to figure out that maybe you just have to start from scratch.
Okay, so let me say this. Remember when Little B did the curse on Harden and KD? I don't think he really lifted that hoe because KD still has been to 3 teams, and his big 3 is always injured. Always. Mm-hmm. He only played 21 games with Kyrie
and James Harden.
I think it was 21 or 16 or something like that.
It was like 18, 21 games somewhere in there. Yeah.
I think 21 sounds about right. I think before they completely blew it up.
I don't think Little B ever lifted the curse, and he is still cursed to this day because that don't make no sense. You cannot get a starting 3 that's ever healthy, ever. But you're 7. I got love for you, but you tripping. You gonna blow up a second team roster? That's
look,
a second year roster. That's
I don't want to agree with either one of you guys. I really hope the Celtics pull it out this year. Look, they got the best record in the NBA right now.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm sorry.
And I get it. I don't follow basketball.
Ando, would you have signed that contract with Brown, who cannot go left for as much as they paid him? Would you have signed it?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what they signed him for, but I think every contract in the NBA is arbitrary at this point because you're getting paid more than you should be getting paid.
Max extension.
Yeah.
Ando, just because we don't have 45 minutes for me to destroy that fucking thing that you just said, I'm not joking. Dude, they get paid too much money. I'm sorry. There's so many different fronts I want to break that down on that I cannot do right now, so I'm not going to. But like, we'll have that conversation privately at some point. Probably.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan.
But like, they don't like. Anyway, Brown signed a max extension. He signed for like $225 million over like fucking 6 years.
Exactly.
And he can an insane amount of money.
Yeah. And he can't go left. And him and Tatum, like they're the most inconsistent. Okay. Even though I trash Anthony Davis. But when Anthony Davis have been more on the same accord with LeBron than Tatum and Brown, they are so inconsistently on and off. It's bad. It's real bad.
So, look, maybe it's just me, but I think NBA players are ridiculously overpaid. I think, what was it that the year? 2013 when what up? Okay, 7. I got it.
He wants to start it. Nope. Go.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know why
I'm in a baseball jersey tonight. We're not going to get to it because of this, and it's Dan's.
I know, right? No, I'm good.
Okay, you know what? No, for the sake of the show, I won't bring it up. I'll talk to you boys about it after the cast.
No, I kind of just want to bring it up.
But I mean,
we're good.
I don't know, man. For me, for a roster to keep,
I think you should make another valid point.
I think for an NBA, I mean, and I disagree with it in the
but here's my
sense
issue.
as well.
But what you just said, Ando, is my issue, because you look at other sports.
Yeah.
And this is my first time ever hearing this from you. Yeah. So if you said it before, this is my first time hearing it.
I've never heard it before.
If you feel that they make too much money, but you're okay with NFL players making what they make, where's the disconnect?
Hey, Ando, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this has nothing to do with my knowledge of basketball, which is nil.
Yep.
Are there any NBA teams that lose money?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would think the Hornets for one.
Okay, so there's the Hornets.
Look at the Wizards. It's a shit show. I'm living the DMV. A shit show.
Oh yeah. I live in Annapolis, so yeah.
Y'all saw Jordan Poole. You know, like y'all didn't watch Jordan Poole the other night stink up the joint. No. Getting inbound passes stolen.
Then people were arguing because I said I would blow up.
Wasn't it the same Wizards team that just beat the Bulls too? Will?
Mm-hmm.
I still refer to them as the Bullets.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Too much.
Because my thing is this. Yes, is the NFL more physical? Of course, yes.
Yeah.
But when you look at the two sides all being equal, it's still entertainment. And at the end of the day, if you don't have a problem with NFL players getting overpaid, but you have an issue with NBA players getting overpaid, at some point there's a disconnect there.
Yeah. No, you right, man. You right.
I don't even want to know what you think about baseball players.
Dude,
we're baseball players up. That's a whole different genre. Their contracts are guaranteed.
Exactly.
How many people on the Dodgers are getting paid hundreds of $1 million and only one pitcher on the mound at a time? I don't know. But anyway, I'll keep that to myself. We'll talk about it after the cast.
We'll talk about it after the show. That's fine. But real quick, y'all.
It's just Mags. He's a Mariners fan.
I ain't mad about that. I'm proud to be a Mariners fan, man.
All right, you guys. We got some breaking news. I appreciate Dan's and more. Appreciate the knowledge. We got some breaking news coming up. We're gonna get into the 7th inning stretch anyway. So let's go and do it.
I want to be the best in the game. Invest in my name. Check no restraints. I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain. Assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
But when you do anything, 7, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Fuck Rob Manfred.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so the breaking news really quick before we get into baseball, there's going to be a quarterback competition in Kansas City's training camp this year as Kansas City has signed Carson Wentz to the roster.
What?
Hey, you guys might be starting number 10, baby. You guys number 10 might be under
still even attached body.
I heard Reed came out. I heard Andy Reid came out and said that's going to be a competitive battle for the starting job.
Is it? You sure this isn't April Fool's? This isn't April.
No,
No, I'm in her camp. This got to be an April Fool's. Carson Wentz doesn't even have an arm anymore.
He's been signed as the backup because Blaine Gabbert left.
Oh no, not Blaine Gabbert.
Okay,
that's crazy, man.
Only kidding.
I want to step. First of all, I'm going to do it now because if I don't, Dan's not going to fucking let me not talk about it. The New York Yankees opened up with the season with a series sweep of the Astros, and I want to be clear, and I'm going to say it on the record. The Astros are a solid team, but people are going to learn very quickly this year that the Yankees are actually that good.
They're up 5-1 in Arizona right now.
They're up what?
5-1 in Arizona right now.
And Arizona is fucking ridiculous as a team this year. They will go back to the World Series. I would not be surprised if the Yankees D-back series that we're watching right now is a World Series preview. And I'm being serious on that because Arizona signing Jordan Montgomery, that is the equivalent of when the Royals got Cueto in 2015 at the deadline.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm eyeing the Reds up, man. The Reds look good.
7. Explain that acquisition in NFL terms.
Okay, so Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City, but Miami's paying all the money. So it's not impacting Kansas City's ability to do the rest of the shit they need to do.
So it's kind of like Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh?
Jordan Montgomery.
Went like completely opposite end of the spectrum.
No, that was like Pittsburgh going to Goodwill.
That is so wrong.
Can you come up with a better NFL analogy? Because I'm having a hard time. I think the
no. Your transaction-wise, you're completely correct. Tyreek Hill's probably not the right comparison as far as like Jordan Montgomery's not an impact of the player as
would it be like Justin Jefferson?
No, Montgomery's one of the reasons why the Rangers won the World Series.
That's like Gus Edwards going to the Chargers.
Tony,
and it actually happened.
Tony, come on. You have two sides of the ball in football, and like Tyreek Hill can dominate one whole side of the ball, right? I understand that like pitching is a thing. Yes, I get it. But at the same time, he pitches 1 out of every 5 days. So he's not like he's 1/5 as effective, possibly in like a full as Tyreek Hill, though. He doesn't play every game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, I'll give you that.
He plays 1 out of 5 days. So
But the D-backs, I do truly believe that the Yankees D-backs is a preview of the World Series.
I think the Reds can dark horse it in, man.
I'm not discounting the Reds. And I'm pretty sure that the Pirates are also undefeated right now. But I can tell you real quick on the Pirates, they're going to disappear in the middle of June.
They always do.
They always do.
They're the Orioles of the National League.
They'll get further along than my Mets, though.
And you know what?
Hey, did you see that video I posted in the chat, Will?
Speaking of the Mets,
I'll watch it.
I want to get everybody's opinion on this.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's all we're gonna say about the Yankees.
Yeah, this is because just chill the fuck out.
All right.
They're 4-0. They're gonna go wire to wire. It's fine.
In the Friday opening game of the season for the Mets and the Brewers, we had a situation where Dan the Dick Werner's favorite player, Rhys Hoskins,
Reese, baby,
slid into second, and there was some debate as to whether or not this was an improper slide, and this would cause a chain of events that we'll also break down. So let's take a look at this part first. I want to see what everybody thinks on if this was a dirty slide.
It's really good production. Videos and stuff.
Oh yeah, that slide was awful.
Okay. All right. So we've seen the slide, pushing and shoving.
Wait,
did it not share?
I didn't see anything.
I did not share. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah. Your sarcasm, while hilarious, Ambrose, is not helping.
Hold on a second.
Was looking at something.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
That's why. Okay. All right, so let me try this again.
Play it
Hold
again.
on.
This is Tony's snuff film.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's deep.
Okay. So he overslid. He overslid, and I get that part. But was it a dirty slide?
He looked like he got hurt, so I don't think it was dirty. I think he hurt himself.
No,
he didn't end up getting hurt off of that. He did limber off the field a little bit, but he was fine.
It
Now,
wasn't
normally in a slide, you go like, for me, it would be right leg first, and the right leg will go into the bag, but everything's kind of this way, go into the bag, not like
someone went to camp.
Like
So-
like a
Yeah,
torpedo.
no, because it almost looks like his body goes perpendicular and not parallel with the base. And I think for me that's a bad slide.
No, I don't. And here's why. One, Montgomery was already dropping the ball. That ball was not making it to first base. It wasn't. So that has nothing to do with anything. When you're playing baseball and as the level progresses, when you're on first base and a double play ball is hit, you're a poison pawn and you're taking out the double play. That's how you're taught to play.
You can't do that anymore, though.
Well, that's dumb. That is the dumbest rule ever.
Yeah, there's
And it
teams
should
a lot
change.
of dumb rules in Major League Baseball. And most of you,
I know, man. Jose
They're doing a lot of
Altuve,
crazy shit, bro.
Jose Altuve stands on second base. He looks like he's in Castaway.
That's why we all just say fuck Wild West because he's fucking up the game.
Can't shift. That seems weird. Like, because I'm pretty sure when we learned to play baseball, you could just fucking put 9 guys in right field if you wanted to. You could have a pitcher, and you could do 9 guys in right field, and everybody else just fucking
It'd be 8
open
guys.
space.
You can only have 9 guys.
Because I can do whatever the fuck I want with my defense.
When Satchel Paige wanted to show a pitcher up, he would call all the players in and have them sit around the pitcher's mound and just strike everybody out.
That's one of the things you can insult. It's like a slight when you're like playing pickup baseball when you're younger. It's like, hey, bring him in, bring the outfield in. That's like a slight. It's like talk. It's like shit talking. And like that's
Just
yeah.
like
Like
let
you can,
somebody shoot on the 3-point line. Like, oh,
yes.
Okay.
Let him take it. Let him have it. Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You remember a couple, like, what was it, last year, the year before, when Russell Westbrook would get the ball at the 3, you just hear a collective no in LA, and nobody was rushing to guard him? Same thing.
Yeah. I grew up with John Starks.
Yeah.
Poor you.
To be fair, though, that game 6 in Houston really lit his spirits up. That game 7, though. Oof.
Tony, that Hoskins slide is a fucking travesty. That is the biggest let's take him out torpedo style of all time. He started his slide at the base.
You're breaking the play up, man. That's how you're talking. And this is
starts to slide at the base. Like he should be.
This is the problem. This is the problem with these rule changes, because these old school players are taught to take the play out.
I love it.
And you
How
can't.
long ago did this rule change?
It's been 5-6 years at least, right?
It's been about a decade, actually.
Okay, longer than that, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so
you
we got
can't
another one
try
up,
to
guys.
player out anymore.
Player safety.
Okay. Do you have? Is it?
Not
Are we up? Okay.
You have to hit play.
Yeah, see, the ball's already coming out of his hand.
even on the ground. Not even on the
But
ground.
hold
He's
on.
on
Let's
second
go back
base.
a little bit farther.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Dude, I think that's a
He
dirty
did
slide.
start that late.
before he even got hit, though, that ball flew to the outfield.
Right.
It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, honestly, I don't think, and what's in all the discussions that I've seen, I have not seen anybody saying anything about him impacting the play.
Right.
It's just about the calling the slide dirty because of the contact with the spikes being out. For me, if I'm looking at a dirty slide, I'm looking for the legs up. Spikes are making contact in somewhere that matters. McNeil didn't come out of the game. Like I said, Rhys Hoskins, he was fine. He didn't come out of the game.
It was more of like he hit him in the legs.
Yeah, because the spikes made contact was down by McNeil's ankles.
Yeah.
Tony, if we could see it one more time, if not, that's okay.
Well,
I just wanted to look at the point where, okay, so I think this does affect the play, by the way. So Jeff
No, it
McNeil's
doesn't.
the second baseman, bro. Jeff McNeil's the second baseman. If you don't think Jeff McNeil can't see that slide is going to come in dirty like that, oh shit, he's still going pretty fast. I think that he fucking kind of does like a little alligator arm thing, dude. Watch. I think that he sees this. He 100% sees this coming, bro. Look where he's at right now, positioning wise. He knows this thing's going to be, yeah, right.
He's a bitch.
see when he does drop it on the transfer. He does drop it on the transfer. So I'm wrong about
yeah, it's and that's what I was saying. Is that's on the transfer.
Reese Hoskins better fucking look out.
Was there a fight afterward?
But the thing is, if you want to break up a double play now,
afterward. Okay.
I mean, they didn't. They're like, actually, it was just a bunch of arguing. You know, white guys at the gym playing.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Yeah, the drunk guys at Denny's.
The next day, the Mets waited. The next day in the game on Saturday, the Mets waited to throw at Rhys Hoskins until after he had already gotten 4 RBIs in the game. Like, if you're gonna throw at him to get him back for the slide because you thought it was dirty, you do it with the first at bat so it's out of the way. When you do it after they got 4 RBIs, it just looks like you're being a pussy.
Yeah,
Louis Gill is taking a 1-hitter into the 5th inning.
There you go.
Will Rhys Hoskins better watch out because your Jeff McNeil, your New York Mets second baseman, is juicing like a motherfucker. He about throws down. He about throws down at the end of this, dude. If you watch it, he was about to throw a punch, dude. I was like, oh man, dude, Jeff McNeil's jacked, bro. He's jacked.
Yo, has everyone here seen the movie Twins?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
The Yankees are like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the Mets are Danny DeVito.
Don't give the Mets that much credit. Don't give the Mets that much credit. But no, and okay, so but back on the Yankees. The Yankees are a solid team now, and their best pitcher is going to be on the IL for probably another 45 days.
This first time seeing Juan Soto up close, Tony, and it is fucking breathtaking. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm gonna tell to Juan Soto's credit, on opening night, Yankees against the Astros, Juan Soto threw somebody out at home from right field.
I watched him firsthand when I was down here watching him play on the Nationals. He's got a cannon.
So that's one throw.
That thing launches.
So that's just one throw.
Obviously not what we're talking about is Juan Soto's defense, though, guys. This guy's the best left-handed hitter. Basically, I mean, he's definitely the best left-handed hitter in baseball right now.
Is he the one accused of cheating? Of insider trading with bets?
No, that's Shohei.
No, that's Shohei Ohtani. That's show me my money.
Soto's all motherfucking business. Like Soto's all motherfucking business.
No, Soto, yeah. And the thing that makes Soto so good is he doesn't care about taking pitches. He'll let you run an 0-2 count on him.
This is more an NBA analogy. Soto is Kevin Durant, and fucking Shohei is Jason Tatum. There's a good there's a good comparison for you. So like,
hold on,
he's all about balling.
Hold on,
Soto. He's a killer.
Shohei is a far more reliable performer than Jason Tatum. I find that to be quite disrespectful.
Sorry. I'll give a different player. You're right. I'll give a different player. Perhaps Jokic, if Jokic was not,
if Jokic was a
what
little
about Luka?
Like more not donkey riding Serbian.
What about Luka?
That's fair.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I was talking more. I was talking more personality in Boston. Jason Tatum, clean boy, fucking that whole thing that he plays. He's not interesting at all. The most interesting thing about Jason Tatum is that his kid gets to run around the court after the fucking game, or just during the game, apparently. Like just gets to go over the fuck he wants. That's the most interesting thing about Jason Tatum. Like he's not a very exciting guy, and that's why the Celtics will win an NBA title in the next 2 to 3 years because they're gonna have to. Dude, it's WWE, bro. Think about it. Think about WWE and think about the money side of this. The Boston Celtics have to win a fucking NBA finals.
This for proof.
We've gone from MLB to NBA to WWE.
We're making it now. Well, the NBA is the WWE now, so we're trying to.
Yeah, get it right there, Ambrose.
Ambrose, try and keep.
You're fired.
But no, it's okay. Back on topic.
Sorry.
We all
for
those of you that are watching, we apologize.
Oh yeah.
Do we though?
Solid. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said, do we apologize though?
Not really.
Really? We do?
I apologize for you quite frequently.
Oh, somebody has to.
I hate you all.
Whoever's still watching is super committed to the show anyway, so we're fine.
Super.
We've done worse shows.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, and I also mentioned the Pirates are undefeated right now, 5-0, beat the Nationals today, 8-4.
Please don't say the Yankee results.
Please say the Yankees results.
Don't because I got it DVR'd.
Oh, okay.
Try to watch that shit.
I was just giving updates. Okay,
I'll mute it.
I'll keep it to myself, man. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so the Pirates, one of the most historic franchises in Major League Baseball, starting 5-0 for the first time since 1983.
Who was on those teams?
Was that the year they lost to the Orioles?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember who was on that Pirates roster in '83. I haven't.
It's like one player. I just know like one. Yeah, it came.
It was weird. The Pirates had a weird thing. I think it was a lot of the players that got lost during the Pittsburgh drug connection. Because that happened about 3 years later. So you had, I think, Dale Berra might have been on that team. Wasn't really any marquee names.
Yeah.
Except for like Yogi Berra's kid. Like,
it was a very low key roster. And even the Pirates now in their roster, there's really nobody of
O'Neal Cruz
true substance. I mean, you got Aroldis Chapman in the bullpen. O'Neal Cruz and Key Brian Hayes. I know Dan's a big Key Brian Hayes fan.
I am.
What issues does Aroldis Chapman have where he throws the way he throws and no team is willing to lock him in?
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole and he throws one pitch.
He's horrible in the fucking dugout.
Didn't Chapman used to play for the Royals too?
We know what's coming.
Very briefly.
We all know what's coming. We all know what's coming. We all see it.
Roller coaster Aroldis is what I call him. Every game.
All see it. You know it's coming.
There's a 103 mile an hour fastball, a 102 mile an hour fastball, and an 101 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah, but it's like what Mariano Rivera said. He's like, you could steal the signs all you want. You know a cutter's coming and you're not going to hit it.
A straight fastball, Ambrose. That's fucking dude. It's not a cutter. That's a straight fastball. They're pretty.
That's true.
Professional hitters can get around on those. Like they know how to time him. Like he doesn't throw anything else. He throws nothing else.
Easiest pitch to get timing on.
Oh, you can fucking spank those motherfuckers.
But it's not a huge amount of talent on that roster. I mean, other than the aforementioned players, maybe Edward Olivares over in right is maybe Rowdy Tellez. Yeah. Oh yeah. He is on that roster. He plays first some, but yeah, not really a lot, so to speak, on that roster. But again, they're going to disappear by the middle of June.
Bye.
Random question: is Joe Torre still coaching?
No, Joe Torre is they gave him some sort of like, you have tenure, so just walk around the halls job.
He's like a GM or like
he was for a while the enforcer of the rules. Like he was the head of the umpire committee or something, and then
they just gave him a random job.
Yeah,
it's because he's Joe Torre, so they're gonna, Joe Torre should be around baseball. He doesn't actually do anything. His title is kind of like
it was just funny when Trey Turner, when that controversial call hit in 2019, and Torre was at the game, and Turner was in the right. I don't know how he still got called out. But he's sitting there just jawing at Joe Torre. He's like, your boss is right there. Just talk to him. Why is he scared to put his input in? Yeah. Like, because it was like he took like a step out of the baseline and they called him out. It was a game, I think 3 or 4. And Turner was running and he like dodged a tag and they called him out for going out of the baseline. And like Joe Torre's like hiding his head, like not wanting to have to get involved in this game.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Hey, Seven. Is it true that Joe Torre has a liver spot for every Yankees title? Is that?
Damn.
He's got to have
a lot of people rag on Torre. Torre was great at managing egos, and that's why he won.
He was.
Yep.
Phil Phil Jackson. There you go. There's a good.
Yeah.
That's what you have to be an effective manager in any professional sports city. You have to be able to manage ego.
Because, like, if Paul O'Neill beat the shit out of a water cooler for like the 80th time, you're like, Paul, you're gonna hurt your hands. Stop.
Do you think Paul might have been
need your hands, Paul?
Happy.
Yeah. Paul might have been.
Wait, is Paul the equivalent? Because Paul sounds like Dennis Rodman. Who's the
Yeah.
No. Paul O'Neill was like this dude from Ohio, and he just played really intense. So if he'd do something like strike out, they had backup water coolers under the table because he'd just run at them and start hitting them with his baseball bat.
Like,
and then he would be like, "Okay, get rid of this one, put the new one out."
Well, he's Draymond.
Paul O'Neill was like Bill Laimbeer.
Oh God.
Draymond Green should legally change his name to VHS because he's always getting ejected.
I like that.
I heard a joke. It said the one thing that's going to stop Draymond Green if he gets tranquilized. That's the only thing. I was like, dang.
He needs to start smoking weed, dude, for real. Like Draymond doesn't. I know he doesn't smoke weed. I said on his podcast he doesn't smoke weed or whatever. He needs to start smoking weed. Just like seriously, like it's that point in his life. He's got a lot of He's
always no, not cocaine.
Did you just say cocaine?
No. Never mind.
Like rear heads has more.
Wait, hold on. So it's a cocaine?
No.
Ambrose wakes up.
No, it would be too high. No, somebody might be in the hospital if he was on that. No. I don't know.
Somebody be dead if he was on that.
I'd be in the hospital, and I'd be like, "That was crazy. Patch me up."
Do that again next week. Let's go. I would call that right again, Mom.
What else you got for us, Seven?
There was one other thing I saw. Hold on. Where did it go?
Hey, so Ambrose, what did the Yankees game's not over, right? What did Juan Soto? What does he have to play so far? Because he's hitting like 680. He's hitting like 680.
Not doing bad. Still ain't hit a home run. Took a base on balls and hit a double, as far as I've seen.
So he's 1 for 3 then.
He homered yesterday.
Or 1 for 2 with a walk then.
Why was it saying on MLB TV that he was still searching for his first homer?
No, he homered yesterday.
I thought he did.
Yeah. Fucking Trent Grisham got picked off at first base. Trent Grisham was on first base, gets picked off. Next pitch, Juan Soto takes it fucking Oppo in Houston into the fucking Crawford boxes. Like he didn't even swing at it. He just like kind of checked at it. Fucking gone. I was like, geez.
Yo, I don't know what's going on with the Reds base coaches. I mean, not the Reds base coaches, the Braves base coaches. But the Reds got 2 pickoffs in a game today. It was interesting.
Yeah, so Soto, as of this moment, is batting 529, 9 hits, has a double and a home run, 4 RBIs this year.
529.
Yep.
He's got an on base of like 750.
There was one last announcement.
600.
Before the start of the series in Oakland with the A's against the Red Sox.
So the Red Sox get a bye?
Yeah, the Red Sox are on their bye week.
Okay.
The A's optioned one of their players back to AAA. I'm trying to get his name real quick. Esteury Ruiz was sent back to AAA Las Vegas. He had the mistake during the A's opening series of hitting 429.
So you sent him back because he's hitting really well?
No. You know that's that type of locker room environment where it's like, don't play too well. They're just going to send you somewhere.
No, yeah. Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. This has to do with the fact that they're going to suck. And Esteury Ruiz is actually a really good player, and they want him to be a rookie still. They want him to be on his rookie deal beginning of next year. Is that correct? Am I correct on that? Or somewhere in Esteury Ruiz,
his name's fucking hard to spell, led the American League last season.
Hard to say.
With 67 steals.
He's a stud. Damn. And they want him to be a rookie still.
He's a young stud. They're trying to manipulate his MLB time so they can get as much out of his contract as they can.
Those are problems.
And this is some of the shit that the MLBPA, the Players Association, has been fighting against so that these players aren't getting fucked.
There's going to be a strike soon. They're going to strike all that.
They just know that they're going to be bad, and they're like, all right, so let's just get this dude another year, under our control, basically, without this counting as a year on his contract. it'll count as a year on his minor league deal. And he just goes down there and just crushes minor league pitching for fucking the entire season because they suck. So he can come up and have another year. It's crazy.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that Boston trades for him. I'd like to see him in our roster.
Well, Oakland ain't keeping him.
No, they're not.
You mean the Major League Farm system?
By the way, an update on the Oakland move to Las Vegas. Might not be going to Vegas. City of Vegas.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth. There are a lot of people fighting against that.
The city of Vegas is starting to push back even more. So
it's gonna be Salt Lake City.
I'd say they're either going to have to stay in Oakland or Salt Lake City is the backup.
Oakland's not an option.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oakland is not an option. I could see what I can see is them doing something radical because they want Seattle to have something geographically close to them. I could see them sending Oakland to Vancouver
or Portland.
Vancouver and Portland are both possibilities.
Will
at least they have to be because they're trying. There's a reason there's this many teams on the West Coast. Because baseball does really well on the coasts. It's not as popular in the center of the country because they have more seasons, and so contact sports and indoor sports are typically going to be more popular.
I mean,
fair enough.
I personally think Portland is out because you run into the same problems you run into with Oakland. You got this, you got that, environmental impact studies. Yeah. It'll take you 20 years to build a stadium there.
Because the fucking materials will keep getting stolen. Vancouver, I think it's like Vancouver and Salt Lake City to me are the two most reasonable choices. The other one that I have
send to Montreal.
That's what I was gonna say. The other one that is a possibility is there is still a market for baseball in Montreal. It's not the Expos,
but they got to keep the A. They got to keep the A. That's the oldest running logo in Major League Baseball right now.
I think if they don't end up going to Vegas and they don't stay in Oakland, which, like you said, that's probably not going to happen. I think they get rebranded again. I think it's
you can't do that, man. That logo's been on their uniform for in one fashion or another since 1869.
Ambrose,
you cannot kill that tradition, man.
They're named after a trait. Like it'd be like being named like the Lincoln Speed. Like
we're named after a derogatory term the British gave us.
That's awesome. That's an awesome backstory. It's not the actual attribute of an athlete. Like it's not like the athletics. They're just athletics.
They're the Montreal Canadiens. It's still tradition.
All right, you guys. We are going on 1 hour and 37 minutes.
One last thing, Will, on that.
Sure, go right ahead.
Hear me out.
Sure.
Lincoln, Nebraska, okay, gets the athletics, okay, and then right after that we get Mike Tomlin. He goes athletics, then we get Tomlin, and then we're set. And then honestly, Lincoln, Nebraska might be the fucking epicenter.
You just want to run a counterfeit jersey ring.
The minute
autograph ring, Ambrose.
The minute
autographs.
The minute Tomlin get that first loss, it's over. It's over.
No, bro.
It's over.
You know, it's okay. Tomlin can lose.
It's over.
But Tomlin can go 7-5.
There are certain places that once a player lost, I'm still trying to find Major Harris from West Virginia, damn it. Because after he lost to Clemson that year, you ain't never seen Major Harris ever again.
Can you imagine?
With Easter just happening, can we all just thank our good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that he did not make any of us born in Seattle?
Why
are you saying that? Because I'm sad.
Bro. I got family up there, man. Come on,
I
man.
hate the Mariners, man. I hate the Mariners.
Family up there, man.
I hate the Mariners.
Like that. Don't do me and Ando like that. Come on now.
I am secretly plotting your demise right now.
You look like a soccer mom on meth.
Yes.
Lost weight.
Come on, man. Don't do us like that, man. My dad's up there, man. Man, Brewing Washington is like a second home to me. Don't do us like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Come
on, man.
So really quick, respect to the Mariners, though. By the way, and I will say this one time and one time only: the Mariners have one of the best starting rotations in baseball,
for sure,
and they just don't have the offense to back up what they can do on the mound.
But that's always been their problem, right?
All of them to go to New York.
They had Felix Hernandez for how many years and couldn't get to the playoffs with him because he never had help. How many 1-2-0 losses did Hernandez have in his history?
Yep.
Because he had no bats.
Yeah.
Felix Hernandez. You guys had Randy Johnson for like 10 years and you didn't do nothing with him.
Like 3, and we went to the playoffs with them.
The D-backs won a World Series in New York right after 9/11 with their their second or third year with Randy Johnson, and you guys couldn't do it in 10.
I don't think was he with the Mariners for 10. I thought it was
Yeah,
like 4 or
Montreal
5.
traded him. Montreal sold him off.
By the way, why Tyreek Hill is not the proper NFL analogy there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead, go around the room. So everybody's got going on this week. Then we getting the hell out. Andrew, what you got going on this week, man?
Looking forward to the Geek Gauntlet podcast on Saturday. If you are not following, you should hit that follow button on the Geek Gauntlet podcast. My boy Will show you where that is at. Otherwise, man, just living life, doing what I do, man, which is not a whole hell of a lot.
Head over to our TikTok page. We are 2 followers away from 1,700. So head over to our.
So if none of you guys are following the Geek Gauntlet podcast, we need your follow.
Yeah, we need your follow. Yes, we're 2 followers away from 1,700. Amber, what you got going on?
Wrote 2 articles today for geeknewsnow.net. You can check them out. It was Satire Day, so I had one article with Disney firing the Swedish chef and apologizing to Finland for years of cultural appropriation. And
it's a good
the other one was a mock interview with Donald Trump about starting a comic book company.
What did I call this comic book company?
Not gonna lie.
And what did I call it?
We have a big comic book company, y'all. It's gonna be.
I write the greatest words. The words I write are the greatest words. I've never dealt with such stupid questions asked in my life.
Hey, the impersonations are starting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. But as far as this week goes, I'm taking the week off. As you can see, I've been kind of nervous tonight. My knee's getting worked on tomorrow. I got the full-on reconstruction, so I'm holding
James
up.
Andrews.
What's up?
Dr. James Andrews.
Don't go there from the old WWE days. Don't even go there.
Nah, I got the doctor for the Baltimore Ravens working on my knee, man.
Better than the LA Chargers, man. You're gonna get stabbed in the lung.
Hell yeah.
I got Dr. Lee Curl. I'm gonna try. Dan, you're being a dick. I was gonna get some fantasy football dirt from her, but now I'm not gonna do nothing. She probably won't be able to tell me anyway.
Football dirt for anybody.
Yeah.
Dan got that shit on lockdown.
All right, Dan, what you got going on, sweet buddy?
Can you, dude? Will, hear me out. Can you imagine?
Oh God, this never ends well.
Mike Tomlin walking in to like a rural Nebraska home with like the fucking sparkly diamond cross necklace and like how smooth he is, clearly, and then like he resided over the most consecutive seasons in the history of NFL coaches.
Been in the cornfield somewhere.
He would get every recruit and their parent, like their mothers.
No.
These kids' mothers would just be enamored with some Mike Tomlin. Like they would walk out there.
Mike Tomlin goes anywhere. He's going to Notre Dame.
I will send my son with that man. Like I will send my son blindly with that man because of what he just did here today.
I heard Zamora's eyes roll when he said this.
Zamora, do you think even him? Do you think Mike Tomlin can be successful at Nebraska?
It's such a ridiculous question.
Nebraska, all schools.
When was the last time Nebraska was good?
Nebraska's never had a black head coach in any sport, by the way. Just
this is true. This is true. They've never had a black head coach.
He would be the first one, dude. It would be fucking groundbreaking.
The Notre Dame Fighting Irish got a black coach before Nebraska.
Groundbreaking, all right. Wait till you get that first loss. It'd be groundbreaking, all right.
And not to interrupt, but it did just get announced that UConn women took down University of Southern California today, 80-13.
Oh, USC lost.
Yeah, they will play Iowa. They will play Iowa in the Final Four.
Damn, man. I want a Juju to go all the way. Damn. Oh, well.
Who won the last women's national title?
Yeah, it's going to be UConn against Iowa, and then South Carolina against the team that I hope beats South Carolina.
Nobody.
Yeah, dude, I want to see South Carolina get beat so bad.
Nobody knows.
Who won last year, wasn't it?
Nobody knows.
No, it was LSU. LSU beat Iowa last year in the
Oh,
national
right.
championship.
Yeah.
That's why today's game was so big
Revenge
because it was a
game.
rematch.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a rematch day.
Yep.
Lincoln
right.
gets the A's will. Lincoln gets fucking Tomlin. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna be working on this week. Mike Tomlin to Nebraska. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the movie where they made the wrong turn and they were like, the Rocky Mountains are
Mike Tomlin to Nebraska.
That was
Rocky, man.
Dumb and Dumber.
All right.
John
All right.
Denver's full of
7, what you
shit.
got going on this week, buddy?
Not a whole lot. Just getting ready. I did have a comedy show I was getting ready for, but unfortunately that got scrapped. So
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
getting
sorry.
ready. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to take a vacation where I'm actually not going to do anything. I don't do that very often. The last time I did that, where I had a few days to myself, where I wasn't in dad and husband mode, 3 weeks later the pandemic started. So some time away from me, get to catch up with some friends, go get hammered. Probably going to see if I can talk Dan into coming down, because it'd be good to see my buddy.
I fucking love the desert.
Well, no, I'm going to be up in St. Joe next weekend, bro.
Oh yeah, sweet. So we're just going like a little bit south.
Yeah, a little bit south.
I was planning on driving to fucking Arizona, bro.
Oh, well,
I
I
had
had
Desert, just a cornfield without corn.
my wife,
I had cornfield without going.
my wife, but yeah, no, just I was getting ready for that. So now this week, I'm gonna be getting ready for podcast name Deferred to come out Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will be live, me and Craig Newton. I know that Dan will be there. John Ambrose, probably still recovering from a surgery. We may not get him for a couple weeks, but that's okay.
No, man. It depends. If the painkillers hit right, I'll be on.
Yeah, no worries, bro. We're plenty of baseball to talk about throughout the season, so feel better and we'll work it out.
Time it right.
It's gotta time it right. But yeah, just getting ready for podcast name Deferred, and then I gotta talk to Dan. My when I told my wife I wanted Wednesdays for podcasting with Dan, my wife heard that as schedule shit on Wednesdays. So
Yeah,
we
for
might
sure.
be doing Sports Report After Dark on Thursday this week, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure something out. If not, it will be back after after I get back from my Missouri trip, and we are going to have this beautiful young goddess with us at some point on After Dark.
Yes.
I need somebody to keep Dan in check, because I would like him to be somebody else's fucking problem for a while.
Wow.
And she has no idea how big of a problem that's going to be. Honestly, like, she's like, oh, it can't be that bad.
I don't want no parts. Oh no.
No, I'm looking at Dan and all I'm seeing is Dreamweaver.
Yep.
And on that note, I want to say thank you to everybody.
Whoa,
who
whoa, whoa,
joined
whoa,
us
whoa, whoa,
tonight.
whoa! What do you got going on?
Are you? Well, hold on. You also didn't ask Samora.
Oh shit! No,
did.
we didn't.
You
Tomorrow,
did?
what you got going on?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I thought I
Yeah.
did. My fault.
No.
What you
Nah,
got
you
What
literally
now,
skipped
Will?
from me to Dan.
going on? What you got going on? What you got going on tomorrow?
Work. That's it.
It's like just live my life. Like
Now, we did a show. I did a show with Zamora on her Instagram. I don't know if that's still up, but if you guys want to check that out, head over to her Instagram page. You'll be able to see it there. First time I ever did a live on Instagram. It was fun.
I'll have to get one of
Appreciate
those
that, Willie.
accounts.
I have fun. I have fun doing that Instagram live. I didn't know you can do Instagram live. Now I know you can do it. So,
Yeah. Okay.
and I got it lit, and then I got both my Instagram pages loaded up on my stream.
Guys, what the fuck is Instagram?
What that
the
a Strangergram shit that they were talking about?
See,
on the
after
intern?
PlayStation 2, there was a huge boom in technology.
I get everything like 8 years late. Nebraska.
You live in Nebraska.
Hey, that's what we get
Still,
for living
like,
in Iowa and
technically,
Nebraska.
it's still
I get it.
2000.
If you live in Nebraska, sir.
It's still 2016. Wherever was out in 2016. I have a Galaxy Note 5.
Oh damn!
Jesus. Hey, do you need to
I had
upgrade
that phone
Dan?
too. I had
Hey,
that
you
Yo.
need
phone
to upgrade?
too.
I sell phones,
kidding,
man. I can
guys.
hook you.
If
Hey,
someone from Iowa meets someone from Nebraska, is it like a
Nice.
Michael Jackson style beat it scenario? Like you guys like fight over corn or whatever? Or was
Fighting over corn is wild.
No, they don't fight over corn. They argue over the best ways to run through a cornfield backwards and naked.
Is that a gay joke? Okay. It is a game.
Damn, man. All right, I ain't doing nothing this week, guys. Getting caught up on some sleep, doing these shows. My next show will be Fight Night. We talk about pro wrestling. Then I'll do my little segment, NBA analyst over Coffee and Sports in the morning. From the Sidelines podcast, talking some basketball, player versus team, and then Saturday nights the Geek Gauntlet podcast. My man Ando. Definitely check us out on TikTok. We are 2 followers away, two from 1,700. So please go over and give us that follow. That'd be a huge landmark considering how long of a struggle that page has been to grow. So definitely join us. All right, if there is nothing else,
keep it in your mouth.
Now. You're like a turtle.
If there's nothing else, I want to say thank you for everybody coming out this week. We do appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. See you again next week. Everyone have a great week.
Will, hear me out, bro. Hear me out, bro.
What?
Mike Tomlin in Nebraska, bro.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
I'm just seeing how long it'll take him to shut it off. Like,
hear
me out.
Why does Ando look like a Russian drug dealer?
Tomlin.
It will not happen, sir.
If LeBron can lead this team to the NBA Finals, will you finally call?
Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT? If he fucking takes this
no, because he won't. He's still stuck in the nice spot. He won't.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, you